All right, thank you, Elgato, for just disconnecting the microphone and not telling me about it. Yeah, this is Mario Kart. I just did a cup, decided I'd check to see if my audio was actually recording or not, and it was not. So you missed that, I guess. Not that important. I'll try to go over the stuff I was talking about before. Number one, the colors may look a little off because I am playing in HDR and OBS has to do weird stuff to make that back down to SDR to look nice. Somewhat nice. Probably doesn't look that nice. So it may look a little washed out. That's what it looks like in the recording feed. Other than that, we unlocked Donkey Kong. That's cool. Yeah, so a couple of things. Number one, I got the Pro Controller. It's a pretty nice Pro Controller. It feels really good. And again, I'm having to retread ground I just talked about for 16 minutes straight. I'm very, very, very sad about that, but oh well, whatever. I can't say it's worth it for everyone, but it's certainly nice. It's going to be nice being something, and I can just fall back on my other Switch controller if I need it for like Steam or whatever. This is a nice controller I can just leave on the Switch and not have to switch back and forth. Haha. Hopefully the sticks hold up. That has been one of the major complaints I've had with the control or the main Switch Pro controller. The other one is something they actually fixed is the D-pad. Feels amazing on this controller, which is good. I also like the matte finish on it. The Switch 1 Pro controller is kind of glossy. This one's more matte. At least I think I'm using that term correctly. It feels really nice. It feels kind of rubbery. It's not rubber, obviously, but it grips to your hands a little bit better. Now we'll have to see if, you know, sweat does anything to it and ruins it, because that happens with my 3DS. It has like these little marks, and that may not just be sweat, it may just be wear as well, because I've used that one a whole lot. But there's like these little black grooves on the side of the 3DS from, not really grooves, but where the paint's chipped off. Obviously that can't happen here because, you know, it's that. But you're probably not too interested in that. You're interested in the game. It's interesting, that's for sure. It's very different. I'm still trying to figure it out because obviously I've only played a single cop. So we'll see. Charge jumping is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't know how good it is. Let me say it like that. And there are only 4. Oh my, there are only 4 stats. So that's interesting. I'm sure there's like a hidden mini turbo stat or something. So we'll see. I was curious whether or not the charge jumps were boosted by mini turbo or they charged faster, but that's very simplified. There's no like off-road and maybe they've homogenized everything and now everything's mostly similar for the most part, because there's no inside drift. If there were inside drift, this would have it, but it does not. So that's interesting. I wonder if it shows the differences or if that's just the cart. Okay, no, it does show the differences between characters. So you probably want speed since you don't get knocked down all the way to very low speed, I guess, when you're hit by stuff, which is what I found. So maybe just like a high speed character. That's actually a fairly large drop from that. Now, I probably don't want to use Bowser, but something to think about. You're probably very similar, aren't you? Even more so from what it looks like. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong. About the same. I'm sorry, I'm fiddling on the character screen for too long. Let me just pick someone and go for it. Now, obviously, I don't know how you unlock more stuff, but I placed first. I got like second and third in 2 races, and first in the other 2. Kind of feels weird. You feel a little disconnected from actually affecting the race just by driving well, but obviously that's probably fairly normal. That is a different Toad voice. So you can charge an Ultra Mini Turbo on your charge jumps, which is interesting. Also, this is the DS map, which is also very interesting. Looks very different from what I'm used to it looking like. It's almost a completely different map, if not, you know, pretty much entirely, other than sharing the music. And Toad feels like he charges his mini turbos faster than Yoshi, which obviously makes sense. He normally does. That's a fairly normal thing. And jumping doesn't seem to take you into the air as much. And there's already a blue shell. All right, that's fine. If you fall off the map, it does also, it's hybrid, right? Between 8 and Wii. So Lakitu still picks you up. However, you still kind of zone out and then pop back in. And once you drop, you can get the start boost when you land, which was not a thing in 8. But obviously didn't need to be because it was a lot faster in 8. And also, I'm still not really used to this drifting. It's very slippery from what I'm used to. See, I seem to just be losing speed when trying to snake. All right, that hopefully won't hit me. But again, a lot of the stuff I feel like I'm doing feels inconsequential until I just like get an item and skip over stuff. Like here, I'm going to use this mushroom about halfway in and take the lead. And that's just a pretty classic Desert Hill sling where people rush over that last corner just to take an easy lead. So at least that's not changed. I don't know though. I'm not good at this game, so I'll say it again. I've already said it a bunch of times when it didn't record, but don't watch me if you're looking for good gameplay. If you just want to laugh at someone lose, then I'm your guy, I guess. I think that is 3D World music. All right, no, you don't. Oh, wow, the braking is so slow. I wonder if there's a faster way to brake. There we go. I wanted to be in 24th for that. Wow, that's really strong boost, actually. And you can get double items. As in 2 of the same item. This is also a really interesting intermission track. It's very wide, like incredibly wide. So you can do some stuff with it. Again, not quite sure how useful snaking is because it does kind of just feel like you're not actually gaining speed off of it. All right, well, that's not great. Didn't mean to waste those either. And coins are probably more important now since you can get more of them. Okay, well that didn't, oh, it did. I guess since you can just kind of trick anywhere in the air, it doesn't matter if you're going off of a ramp. Well, maybe not. I tried to do it there and it didn't work, so. This must be like a retro track type cup. All right, well, thank you. You can still turn quite well when charging a charge jump. I say that and jump right into a wall. Somewhat well. Like it's similar. It's less restrictive than a wheelie. I'll say that much. It probably is just your standard turning. A little bit slower. Oh, and the glider controls are just very slick as well. That works for me. Oh, okay, and it's over with. So I don't know how I feel about the intermissions, right? I feel like by the time I actually get to a track that has curves, it's just like, oh, it's over with already. Which I think is kind of the point. Okay, yeah, this is just a retro cup. And what makes them slightly different is the intermissions. Oh, I guess you can't burn out. Well, that's interesting. I turned off the auto use item, but again, that may not be the thing that makes you auto trail. I'm not sure. And I'm curious if charge jumping does actually slow you down or not. Because if it does, it kind of doesn't feel worth it. Again, I'm very just in the mindset of always drift at all times, and maybe not that, or that maybe that's not how you want to do it anymore. Didn't need a single one of those. Oh, thank you. And my mushroom's gone. Good job. Oh, don't throw them all away and then waste it. Ugh. Boy, I'm doing terribly. Again, I maybe really need to focus on actually getting coins and not just driving. They respawn very quickly too, so there's no reason not to take a line for it because you'll most likely get it. It just kind of follows the middle of the track, doesn't it? So I guess you probably don't want to sit in the middle of the track anymore. Not that you probably would normally do that anyways, but oh well. I'm gonna get rid of all of your stuff, that way you can't bother me later. Thank you. I still don't really know how to leverage wall riding that well. I tried it on the Donkey Kong map and I just did not get off the ground at all. I'm gonna hold this. Good job, meat. Oh, you don't? Okay, well, that great equalizer, I guess. You don't know how to trick though, do you? Well, I guess I win because of that. Felt like I was given pity, but whatever. Normally the latter characters are fairly forgiving just because of the higher acceleration. Well, I tried to jump off of someone, but it didn't really work out that well. Well, that didn't work. Again, I'm trying to figure out what is the purpose of holding a charge jump for longer than just the one. Obviously, you get more of a speed boost, but like, you wait so long to get it out. And I did not want to do that. I'm gonna try, we'll see. I'm gonna try to just stick to spamming these and see if they work out or not. Okay, just don't drift too much, or else you'll lose all of your speed. There we go. So we'll narrow us right to the final little stretch. Okay, that does not give you iframes. Either that or I timed it incorrectly. I also did not get hit by the lightning because I still had iframes. From the shell, not from the mushroom. It's very rough. Oh, that's very rough. Well, I'm losing all of the coins that I had. Good job. Churn, please. I might need to try a different vehicle because this one, I love the design of it, but it doesn't feel that great sometimes. Oh, you have a mushroom, and that is off-road. Oh, and I didn't realize I had an ice flower. I am very blind sometimes. Off by 3 points. Cool. Okay, I'm assuming your rival in each cup is the one you're gonna unlock because Donkey Kong was the first one. What did I get? That certainly looks like it would be an inside drift. Maybe. It really does, but oh well. You probably just unlock stuff gradually. So let's look at a high-speed character then. Why not? It's not really that high speed. I want to say Wiggler's a heavyweight. Just compare. Yeah. Saving lock it at the very least. These have the exact same stats, but they probably have a random hidden stat that's not. That seems like a fine mix of acceleration and speed. All right, we'll do that. Not my favorite design of character or kart, but oh well, I'm just trying to figure out how stuff works. Is this another retro cup? Again, it's not really retro. It is obviously same names and everything, but interesting. Okay. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna say this track is probably just very slippery. Goodness. Yes, keep running me into the wall. I don't mind it, I guess. There's no item box here anymore. I'll give you stars. Anything for that matter. Alright, thank you. Oh, yes, good job. And I need to remember I said I was going after coins. I'm not doing that. It doesn't matter for these first 3 laps. Doesn't feel like it matters anyways. Obviously, as long as I'm not sandbagging too much, but... It's just a random fish driving a car. Nothing to see here. He has no hands, but he can still do it. He has a very strong will. Ah, thank you. Very nice of you. Oh, this thing. Okay, yes. Bomb is a boost item if you've ever seen one. Take the shortcut with it. Why not? It worked out somehow because I caught someone in the blast. That is such a sharp turn. Okay, well, hello there. I feel like this was a hindrance to me. I want to say that was what the orb did, but may have been someone else's orb. I like the snow. That's cool. Little visual effect. Okay, no. Stop taking that one so sharply. I feel like the length on this track has been shortened. This is going to be awkward. Oh my. Well, I think I'll still get first because of it. Oh, that was terrible. Just sail into the air. Nothing will hurt you, I guess. Now, I'm going to give a nice quick check to the recording software and make sure it's recording everything. Okay, we're good. And this may just be a mixed cup. This sounds like 8 music. Oh yeah, it's so tight. And maybe the bike controls better when it charge jumps. Hold on. I want this. Thank you. You don't feel as punished for slowing down to grab something either. Again, it's very weird. It's not something I'm used to. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't want those coins. They were just going to get in the way. They were going to make me too fast, and I would have taken a turn too sharply. Very interesting getting a golden mushroom in what feels to be right next to first place. Well, I'm in first with triple reds. That's pretty nice. This is a pretty map. Oh, this is gonna be right tough. I don't think this is slippery. It certainly doesn't look like it should be, but I could be wrong. I lost both of those at once. Good job. Some nice music too. She's just gaining on me and she's not doing anything. I don't know if there's like some sort of thing to make sure they don't fall too far behind. Like the most important thing here seems to just be making sure you hit the boosts. She missed one, so that probably means I just went outright. Oh, yeah, the glider controls. Okay, that's why you want to trick in the air, because your glider is very sluggish. It has very slow acceleration in either direction. Again, I don't feel like I'm putting that much effort into actually winning when I do win. Sherbert Land. I would assume this combo has fast water speed. It would have to, right? Good job. All right, I'm just gonna focus on grabbing coins, not worry about going too quick. Thank you. Wonderful. It is an interesting item. It's offensive and it also gives you coins. It's not just, here's some coins, good luck. I'm not even gonna, you know what? Fine. Have it your way. Okay, thank you. And you do lose your items if you fall off. I tried to wall ride, it did not work. Look at all of those coins. I did not want that anyways. You know what? I'm just gonna go for this. Boy, it's so hard to control. Oh, yes. I'm not even trying to go backwards. That was definitely worth it. Why is it so slippery? I would assume it's the road, but it may be the vehicle. That feels pretty nice, at the very least. This map looks very nice for comparing it to its other counterparts. I could have dashed through that. It didn't work out very well though for me though. I'm gonna get a really bad placement. In fact, that may be bad enough to lose. Oh, that was awful. I would assume Rosalina is probably the rival this race, near this cup. That was awful. Off by one. Think we have one more race? All right, one more race, and I'm not using this character in combination again. I'm just gonna try to keep it simple. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Evidently, Waluigi has more weight than this Kart character. For whatever that matters. I don't know, maybe coins increase your weight. This is not dry ground. And I'm somehow still in second. Somehow I gained there. A little bit at the very least. Alright, well, good job. I'm fixing to get hit if I stay there for too long. And that is off-road. Wonderful. Well, I'm not gonna win if she beats me, so... Yeah, it very, very much feels odd. Ugh. Gotta get used to the controls because it feels very awkward. I don't think I'm beating Rosalina, which is weird. How is that specific character always so much further ahead than the others? Not that, you know, I'm complaining, I just find it interesting. Alright, this may be my chance. Ugh, go. No. Well, there you go. That's the first place photo finish, if I've ever seen one. I don't know, maybe the game had pity on me. It's like, when you're doing so terribly, I'll just give it to you. I'm very surprised that happened. I like the little roulette in the bottom right. It's cute. Nice little hand-drawn looking art style. I'm getting... it has to count the coins that you just gather and not the ones you end a race with. That's what it feels like. We'll do Mario. No, I don't want to do Mario. Definitely a different voice. Check. I thought I turned off auto use. I don't know what auto use is then, because it automatically trails behind you at all points. We'll use this, why not? Nice mix of different tracks. Very interesting track, that's for sure. You can hold backwards for whatever reason at the start and it does an animation. I wonder if that means anything? This is definitely a Super Mario Kart track. Because it's 5 laps, definitely. Okay, for sure. Well, it's a nice redesign at the very least. It's not just endless ocean white void. There's no white void, but you know what I mean. I do also find it interesting that the CPU players can have different parts that you don't unlock or you haven't unlocked. There's probably other games that they did that in. Really not sure how they have so much speed compared to me. I think that's a Mario Kart 7 vehicle as well, a Cloud. Good job. Alright, should be able to win with a shortcut. Fixing to lap someone. Just almost lost it. Good job. Definitely a different voice. Much lighter. And I assume this is just trick spam. Get as many of the tricks off as you can. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Do I really want to feather over a mushroom, though? Probably not. Oh, no, that's bad. Bad job. Bad job. That may have been my own shell, which is not that uncommon, but you would think it would be, or I'd be a little bit smarter to not hit that. That's a bit of ground. And we don't have to work too hard to keep it. I'm gonna hold this until I get a good chance. Okay, good job. Unlike Teostra drums. They're gaining bit by bit. Yes, okay. So you can't get the dodge with the one items unless I just timed it really poorly when I tried to do it with the food item. That's not what I do. Well, I'm gaining some sort of ground here. What is this? No! Where's the yellow arrow pointing? Pointing that I can't fall off. No! I need bright, bold, flashing letters and arrows pointing in neon lights telling me I can't go there. Well, I did miss the chance to maybe use a good mushroom, but that's okay. I don't really see a need to use the back pedals on the controller for now. I'm sure I'll find a reason at some point. And it is nice that there's a headphone jack in the controller. I record, so it doesn't really matter for me, even when I'm just, you know, playing by myself, I guess, so to speak. It's hooked into, I have an XLR headphone because that's what my mic is. So it doesn't really provide much use for me to have a headphone jack. Not that it is not appreciated in the slightest. It is very much appreciated. Because that allows you to actually sit away from your TV if you're playing on an actual TV and not just a monitor. That's a cannon port. Okay, well, that didn't work. I wonder if the more tricks you do, the more of a boost you get, maybe? Probably not. That seems like it'd be a little bit too... Damning. Cool mushroom cart. Yeah, that's more just for movement than anything else. Now, does boost still anything if no one's in front of you? That's not smart. Oh, he does. Cool. Good job. I mean, that seems to be a different or a decent boost. Is that really worth it? I feel like I lost space. I lost a lot of space, actually. Gotta block that. Ah. I should have stayed in front of a car. Oh, thank you, Splatoon 3, for telling me that you've been updated in the DLC. Thank you. definitely need to know that right now. All right, well, I tried to jump. It didn't work that well, though. All right, yes, hit your own hammers. You're probably just going to throw that at me, so I'm going to hold this. Never mind. Yes, okay. Again, it just feels... I don't know. It feels like it's more important to just save a mushroom for last second and take the lead than it is to actually try to race well. Let's test that theory. Obviously, there's still some strategy involved because there could be a boo or you fall off if you're not good at the game like me, or lightning. Lightning's the main culprit. Okay, thank you, game. That's awesome. What is this one? I think it's Cloud Top Cruise. Is this off-road? It is not off-road. It may slow you down slightly. I haven't noticed that though, but so we're gonna hold this for now. And I'm gonna focus on grabbing coins. Invigorating, inspire. Oh, well, yeah, that's why you used those a little bit earlier. I'm not taking the coin. You can have it. This is the most engaging gameplay I know, but it's working. I can't complain if it's working. I think this guy's trying to slow me down, but he's not doing a very good job at it. Okay, well, almost fell over. I'm doing better when I don't drift than when I do drift. Maybe that's just like a weird 150cc thing. Yeah, see, I feel like I slow down too much when I actually drift. Well, that was just a circle. Kind of like Baby Park, but it's a swirl instead of a oval. It looks like a paperclip, actually. No, that was something. Maybe it is just drive straight forward and don't try to do any fancy tricks. Oh, look, like it too. Sure, we'll use this. Why not? Oh, okay. So you do actually have star ranks still, and it's not just well, it's probably still just getting first in every race, right? It's not like where you could place first in every race and still get like an A rank because you fell off the map 15 times on Rainbow Road. Don't ask me how you get first after that, but it's possible, I'm sure. Top frame is just a nice little classic kart. The wheels do look interesting. They look more closer to 64's wheels, which may be what they're trying to actually go after. And yeah, for sure, Laika 2 feels like he has a very good mini turbo stat. Those are coming out quickly. And the handling is so nice on this vehicle too. Well, a nice drift stat. I'm not sure about mini turbo specifically. I think it's separate in Wii. All right, good job. Yes. Feather in place. Thank you. Thank you, Berto. That's wonderful. Very nice of you. Sir, again, I don't see much of a point to tricking unless you're really just trying to get some air movement. It's okay. I can boost. Maybe better to wait until you hit the ground. I think mushrooms put you on the ground faster. I think that's just a general thing. Could be wrong about that, though. And well, I've already seen Peach Beach with the extra layout. I think it would be nice to be able to play just the original layout as an option. I mean, like, just as an option, which I guess you can obviously do if you just do free roam, right? Which I haven't even touched yet, but it's a bit different if you're not actually racing. Like, you could time trial, but you're not getting items or anything. Like your own little pretend time trial. I think that's the beach theme from 3D World. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you just slipstream? I'm not really seeing much you could probably jump onto. Oh, that's not a ramp. That should be how you expect a tiny little sandcastle to handle a cart just running over it, though. Those ricochet, that's interesting. Now this seems like a wall heavy track. If you do it correctly. Alright, thank you, bomb. That's not as aggressive as the bombs in we there, or we are. Yes, I'm doing this terribly. I am missing all of the double boxes. Move out of the way. I've got a race to win. You don't want me to win, do you, Wario? You're not winning for sure. I'm very curious what the meta for this game is, because it's very weird. It's not like the previous entries where you're just like snaking or whatnot. You're just kind of driving straight. Goodbye, Pokey. Maybe it's just taking really good lines. I wouldn't know the first thing about doing that though. I don't know if this is gonna actually boost me over ground. Well, it doesn't matter. You do turn still fairly sharp with your drift. I expect it to take a lot wider of an arc than it does. You trick off of literally everything. A tiny pebble on the ground, you can trick off of it. And you probably should consider it. And this is a 4-section track, so that's interesting. Oh, just the intermission. I don't think I know what this music is. I'm just gonna stay wide. Now Junior's in front. I don't know if I can catch Junior. See how much I gain on him here. Not much, if any. Again, it's very weird. Yeah, I'm gaining on him more. That did not hit. Does it swerve? Feels like it swerves. I did not mean to press the button. I'm so used to just having to press the button to pull it out. Thank you, dinosaur. Thank you. Me? I think that was mine again. It's an interesting way of being able to use. No, you don't. Not to me. Sorry. And I got a mushroom for that. There's a side path. I'm not attempting that. Oh, this is so much different to the one I'm used to, which is pretty much every track in the game. Well, there we go. I think there's one more left. Yep. That's Yoshi's Island music. Yeah, so I'm gonna drive slow, try to go for coins. Thank you. Did those automatically just attract to the one? Because I have a feeling if that were 8, it would have just hit me. Because you actually had to physically block them with the shells, but it seemed to just magnetize to them. This is a very interesting 4th place item. Is it a good 4th place item? Probably not. All right, good job. It is a speed boost of sorts. And I probably will be able to get first off of it. Not quite. This is very pretty though. I love the fog. There's some coins, not much. I don't feel like there's a use for that. Oh, that's not hooking onto the rail. very terrible at this. Oh my, I tried. So I tried to turn right to go onto the rail, but I just did a drift instead. That's not what we want. Not now, not now, not now, not now, not now. Robbed. Robbed by Bowser Jr. just sliding into first like that. That certainly is reminiscent of Wii at the very least. I'm sure you get stuff for actually getting free stores, but or on everything, but that'll probably need to be just me be doing my own thing. Very interesting cast of characters. Let's see here. Again, that felt nice, but I don't know. It's like, what's the purpose? Why do I worry about mini turbos and stuff? Let me go for a fast character. Seems to be the highest speed. That one's the highest speed, but it probably has terrible handling. In fact, it just kind of seems to be a reskin of this. Not quite, obviously. We'll see. This is an interesting combo. Again, not my favorite looks, but also it looks like all of the star rankings are shared, or your cup rankings are shared between the stuff. So it's more or less just a difficulty setting, and maybe it's not. We'll see. This is a very pretty map, though. I need to do like a time trial on a simple track and see if just driving straight is better than actually drifting. This is dirt. Very, very slow dirt. Good. Wonderful. Somehow I'm still in 7th. I'm not going to be for long if I keep getting hit, though. See, that feels useful for low acceleration combos. To get an easy speed boost just by driving straight. Can't even reach it. Can't even reach it. Get these coins, please. All right, that's close to max, and I do have a coin block, so that actually should be max. And I probably should only hit it. There should have hit it 3 more times to get max and not give anyone else anything. Thank you. That's just wonderful. Love it. I cannot handle myself in tight corridors. All right, you know what? I don't like this cart. It's not the baby cart. It's not the easy cart with high acceleration. I need it. And it still counts coins. Yeah, because it counts them when you get them, not when you end a race with them. Oh, look, it's the Biddy Buggy. Well, that's a classic vehicle. Now, this used to have very high mini turbo. However, it's using normal wheels. Where's dry bones? Pink? Pink for dry bones. Why? That's weird. I would expect gray or white. But pink? What about dry bones as pink? Oh, it controls so much nicer. I do like the details on the back of his shell too. Very dry. See, I feel like I have a much higher chance of actually doing things with this. That was a lot of height. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use that though. This is awkward, but I think I'm fine. Doesn't really cut off. I mean, it cuts off a decent amount. I was going to use that too. Oh, I really like this section of the track. Just need to be careful I don't hold first the entire time and then just lose it. Such a hard time controlling anything. Brake drift. He's gonna boost for that. Well, at least he's smart. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. You don't seem to lose speed for canceling a drift, though. Yes. Hit yourself with the hammers. And something hit him. Not quite sure what it was. Where would I want to use this? Oh, nowhere, because that's the finish line. I don't know why I thought it was up further ahead. I guess you don't burn out because they don't want to punish you for holding the A button. Makes some sense, I guess. Thank you, Piranha Plant. Not what I wanted to do. I should have known that's how that works. There we go. I didn't want that anyways. This is a good item. I don't know. Maybe sandbagging is what you want to do here. And that's still okay. You still kind of spin out. I have 1 coin. That's a womp. Or a thwomp. I don't remember what they're called. Don't ask me. I didn't say anything. Just drive a nice tight line here. I will say that's pretty easy, but also I'm using a light character, so it would make sense that that's fairly easy. There we go. Maybe it would have been better to ride the tighter line, because this is a bit awkward. Yeah, see, how do you get more height? Other than just charge jumping. Also, it seems like items can absorb more than one. Well, I probably just lost that. Don't hit me, please. I'm having as much trouble as I can just to stay ahead of anything. All right, good job. Hit yourself. Where is Boo? How did you get so far ahead, mister? I'm gonna... How did you get so far ahead? He must be the rival. Well, you'd think it'd be Bowser Jr., but no, it's Boo. That, yeah, I mean, with the theming of the next course, kind of seems like it has to be. Also, you can't really realign with your hops anymore either, which is closer to what it is in Wii. Okay, you need to get coins. You need to stop just trying to race ahead of people. That may be part of the strategy. That may be the meta in this game. Thank you. I didn't want the 1 coin that I had. Really good music. Again, I'm not doing anything fancy, but I'm keeping up with them. And this is a fairly low speed combo, I would assume. Maybe we'll make this shortcut. It's a little too sharp. Trip him up though. That'll make it up. Thank you for the coins. Thank you for blocking that. We'll lose coins. They're all gonna get them. Again, I may just be taking terrible lines with the drifting, but I don't know. Give me a boost so I can get out of that. Thank you. Also, it does feel nice to not be getting coins every single item box when in first. That doesn't work. How do you hold on to a wall? It got on that wall. Not much of a wall, but I did get on it for a second. I'll maybe try a little bit harder to actually jump on a wall and use that. Again, I don't want to try anything too fancy because I feel like I get punished too hardly for it if I actually try to experiment. That is not... You would think that there wasn't a sign that says turn right or something. I just assumed. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that it feels seamless enough to where you can just drive off. It makes it feel a little more realistic, so to speak, at the very least in the bounds of the game world. Because, yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking. I was just like, oh, we're going into the water now. Look, it's a moose. Very large moose. So as of right now, there's no point to trying to take out first, right? I just kind of sit here, wait for a blue shell, and then take the lead. This may be a long way around. Yep, there's the blue shell. He's not going to slam on the brakes. He's going to give me first. I'm going to take it with glee. I have bomb as defense. I have 10 coins, which isn't a lot. But it's certainly something. That's a lot of bomb cars. I think 10 is fine. Just maybe get a little bit of a breakaway. Look at me trying to strategize against the CPUs. This is very... Okay, what was that? What was that? What was that? That just kind of slammed me in the face from above. All right, well, we're back up to 10. See, I feel like I just move faster by trying to drive correctly. If it's too sharp, then I can drift, but... Now, I fully expect another blue shell to come. Right on cue. Don't slide me off, please. And that red shell looks like it went just straight past me. That one's not going to, though. Well, I may lose the boo just because of that, because there have been no item boxes. Where was the item boxes? No, I guess... Alright, then. I don't know if I win or not because of that. Okay, I do. Feels very much like Mario Kart Wii, where you're just doing Vine and then like, nope, you lose. I wonder if characters even have like the weird stat buffs or not. What do I want to use for this? I guess I can use Yoshi since I technically haven't. All right, Moo Moo Meadows. Really interesting that they brought this one back immediately compared to the other games, or the last game that it was literally just in. They must really love Moo Moo Meadows for whatever advantages it has over the other farm tracks. Got a taste of my own medicine. All right, I'm assuming I'm getting a speed boosting item. Never mind. Thank you. Thank you. At least I have a lot of coins to soften the blow. I'm just gonna hold this. Obviously I can get shocked out of it, right? But if I use it now, then there's a very high chance of just being hit by a blue shell or something. Oh, I like the time changes. That's nice. I do like the time changing as well. It is a nice atmosphere. Thank you, Boo. I didn't use it fast enough, apparently. See, in that time, the mini turbo actually felt like it was useful. Would hit those. Hit them into the finish line, please. Okay. These are mostly retro tracks. And this is interesting. So we're getting the actual track theme before the track, because this is the same theme. I assume it's a bit different. I think it's different, at the very least. I've heard it before, I'm pretty sure. Thank you. They feel, the items, and I guess the characters as well, feel especially, like, personal. It's like, here you go, I'm doing this just for you. Having a nice time back in 6th place. Alright, no, stay away. I think that's the intention, though, right? Because you're not punished as badly for being hit. So they can have a little bit more fun with it. It's not as rage-inducing. Okay, yes, fly off the side. Don't hit me, please. All right, good job. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the same song, just in rock and roll style. Yep, it is. Actually, no, it's different. Choco Mountain has its own theme. I thought it shared the theme with Moo Moo Farms. Don't ask me why I thought that. What was the song before? What am I driving in? Oh, this is not the track. It's not bad off-road, it's just not great. Okay, never mind. It's not the same song. I'm just not smart. I'm gonna take you out with me, Peach. You didn't get as punished as badly, though. No, you don't. You lost your mushroom. Okay, we're good. I should win. All right, I'm still very curious about what the purpose is of the extra tricks and stuff. It must be a very technical game if half the stuff feels kind of useless, because it's probably a lot of small stuff adding up together. I will say this, in a way, there is more variety with the tracks, somewhat. Obviously, a lot of this still is just driving straight, but there's a little variety in the straight lines. Very small amount, but it is there. Like, that was a very large shortcut that I was able to just take. Did I slow that truck down? I saw something rushing forwards, that's why I used that, but thank you. That's a bomb car. Okay, nope, stay back. No. You know what, that's fine. I made a mistake, that will cover my mistake. Oh, okay. Toad's Factory. Alright, I'm trying this. Alright, that's cool. No boxes, which is neat. You don't have to worry about being stopped dead in your tracks. This is also very short, or it felt short. Again, it feels short, even though it's really not that short. I should just win because of that. Now that felt short, but that's probably just because I know the track enough. And it's a mushroom cup trap, so it's not that difficult, at least from its original game. But there may be a fairly large difficulty increase, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna work on coins. I've said this like 1,500 times, but I'm actually gonna work on them and not worry so much about just boosting ahead of people. Just towing the line is the goal here. I'm already in second. I'm not putting in that much effort, but I'm getting it. I'm in first now. Or was this when I was spamming charge jumps and mini turbos? All right, well, no protection for me. I don't like this. I'm not gonna trick or anything. I'm gonna let them gain. Just gonna make sure I get coins. Well, now, okay, I'm gonna actually start tricking again because I have a super horn. This is freaky looking. Alright, this is a very tight corridor. I guess that's where wall riding is useful, and that happened way too fast for me to react to with certainty. What? There is lag. There's lag on the super horn, so you can't use it and then immediately get an item. You have to wait for it to end, which is a bit of a nerf to it, honestly. Why am I moving so fast? What is the deal here? This is weird. Ugh. Maybe be able to just win straight off of this. Don't turn off the road. Okay. Well, that was first place in all races. It definitely feels weird. I assume this is a special thing. Wow, this is definitely a surprise and not anything I didn't expect. I assume you have to get gold in all of them to even unlock this, but again, I could be wrong. So what I'm curious about is if this is like all Rainbow Road, or if like Rainbow Road's the intermission and you like go all over the place. Let's see. Hey, that's a nice bite. Oh, no, it's just a straight shot. Okay, oh. That's what the cutscene was. It was just previewing what the track was. Or the thing was. I'll let this play out. I assume you could go to all of these places except Rainbow Road. All right, I'm not gonna try to do anything fancy. I'm just gonna I'll let the game play itself. We'll see. Yeah, that is not a bounce pad. I thought it would be. There's, I think, some in Sky Garden that are bounce pads. I'm gonna just try to hold these. A boo takes it, a boo takes it, but I still have one in reserves. Thank you. Great time to use that. This is a neat map, though. I'll be glad to sink my teeth into this game. Obviously, first impressions aren't always the best to understanding a game. Alright, don't put me on it then. Just leave me to my own volitions. Ow. Obviously, they really want you to play around with free roam before you start getting too serious about the races, because there's no pressure to just try things, and if it doesn't work out, then you figure out what does. Yeah, good job. Oh, that's great. That's amazing items, actually. I'm not gonna get first. Maybe I'm able to get second. No. All right. Well, not a great start. It's okay though. Is it Pianta that you unlock? I would assume so. Still feels very weird having outside drift on an inside drifting bike. I guess they really want you to be aggressive with items as well. They don't just want you speed boosting. And maybe that was part of my problem being in first. I wasn't actually being aggressive with the items I was given. Thank you. What is the deal with the boomerangs? Goodness. This is cool. I like it. It's all three of the, or three of them, not all three, but three of the Mario circuits shoved together in a stadium. Yes, siphon all of the coins. I didn't want them anyways. Okay, I didn't go too far ahead, but this is plagued with problems. And you really don't slow down either once you let off accelerate either. But I just ran out of recording space on my SSD, which, fair enough. That's my bad. I can control that. Oh, this is awful. Oh, these turns are so tight for such a very not tight game. That being said, these are also courses in a very slippery Mario Kart game by themselves as well. Okay, we're good. Oh, the back wheel's larger than the front wheel. That's weird. They're the same size in Wii. Again, you probably don't need someone to tell you that. You probably already know. Is this a way? That's weird. This is weird. I mean, I did lose a lot of places off of it, so maybe it wasn't smart. Yes, that wastes all of the coins so they can't get them. That was a very large cut. Felt that way. They're gating on me very quickly, though. Do I use this now? Yes, I'm not as worried about duplicates. No, what I wanted to do. Anyway, at all, whatsoever. Okay, no, and that's another thing as well. So it doesn't show you that they're holding an item. Like, if I could see that he had a super horn, I'm gonna stay away from the super horn, but I can't see that. You could do that in 8, but you can't really do that here. Not sure how I feel about that one. Yes, hit yourself. Why do you do this to yourself? Oh my goodness. Again, I told you, don't come and watch for good gameplay, because this is just depressing. I don't know, maybe it's uplifting. Maybe you see how bad I am or given hope. Maybe I'm not hopeless because someone's way worse than me. And maybe they're just making a really good use of item jumping, or sorry, charge jumping and whatnot. This is why you do not get in first right at the end of a race, because you're just gonna get robbed. And this is the last track, I assume. What is this one? I don't know. The music for it, I mean. That's pretty. That's pretty visual. Oh, that's neat. It's really trying to be DS. Again, the music, not the cart track. And maybe it's trying to be a mix of all of them. This is a very long course. How are you getting ahead of me? Do you just have that high of a speed stat? Look at that. I got a purple and he's still ahead of me. Maybe he just has that many coins. This is a very long track. Wow. I think so. No, it may not be that long. I think we may have went through half of it already. What ate the banana? Seriously. Oh wow. It's kind of sad. Is this the road? I'm guessing it is. Well, Pianta's fixing to be robbed again. No, this is a really long track. It just is. Oh, this is like super speed road again. All right, 2 more left. And I do have a super horn. As long as Abu doesn't take it, which it shouldn't. Now this seems to be a reference to 8. Like this is very familiar as well. The little loop-de-loop. Not quite, obviously, but the split paths and the space station theme. This is different though. What is this? This is very weird track terrain. Oh, there's the main theme. Oh, wait, this is fast. Wow. It's the last lap. Oh, okay. I guess we were on anti-gravity. I'm trying to reach them. It's not working. I'm just gonna drive straight. I'm not gonna try to be fancy. Unless it's obvious like that. So it doesn't seem to be a particularly difficult Rainbow Road. Just a very long one. Which I want to say is better for front running, right? Because that gives you a longer time to actually get a lead before someone just uses a mushroom and catches up to you, but we'll find out. That's a nice little train of everything you've been through. We're almost done. I expect the blue shell to just kind of come and ruin my day, but we'll see. That's the goal. All right, no blue shell, just like 2 blue shells that entire race, which is weird. You would expect more for that long of a track, but no. Again, it's interesting. That's about as long as original Rainbow Road, or not original Rainbow Road, but the one from 64. Feels that way. It's certainly not as short as the one from 64 in 8. That one was very short, but this one felt very long, which is nice, you know, it's different. And that gives them an excuse to have a longer track because technically it's part of an intermission. All right. That makes sense. Very cool. What do I get for it? Nothing. I assume I unlock Pianta. Or credits. Okay, just credits for now. Well, obviously this is generally the short part of Mario Kart, is just playing through the standard Grand Prix. And especially if I'm not resetting trying to get first on every single track. That's where most of my playtime comes, on just the standard stuff. It's making sure I get first place on everything. Because I was trying to do it on Wii the other day, and that was very difficult. I could barely get past the mushroom or shell cut, or not mushroom, but what's the second one after mushroom? Flower, I think. The one with Mario Circuit. Could barely get first place in any of those races, or all of them. I got first place in some. It really just depended on what card I was using or something like that. So if I want to get first place in everything, gotta keep resetting. Here it may be similar. Again, it feels a lot more item dependent than 8 did. 8 is obviously item dependent, but it also required knowledge of the map. Here it was kind of just like, here's some off-road, let's go over it with the mushroom, and now we're in first place again. But other than that, I don't know, it's weird. I've got to get used to it, see how I really feel about it. First impressions are, again, not a great thing to judge something by, because you're still learning it. And obviously I haven't touched probably what is the main meat of the game, which is the free roaming. Like, I haven't even touched that. But I did want to get this out of the way, just to have a slight knowledge of the track. Maybe you do it the other way around. You play free roam first, get a slight knowledge of the tracks there, not seriously, and then you actually know what to expect. But here that really is not required. You just kind of jump into it and hope you win. Wonder if you can speed these up anyway. You can skip the credits. I won't skip the credits. They're neat. I really like the credits from DS. Those were neat. You had your character that you picked just kind of driving, I think. And they would pass some people. That would have been a neat thing to have here. But I guess that kind of is this title screen in it. Well, that's cute. No. Oh, obviously the music's great. I don't have to say anything about that. I guess I'll just say something about it so it doesn't seem like I'm only complaining about the game, though I did do a lot of that, but it's more poking fun than anything. Again, I can complain about the items all I want, but that's part of the game. It's what makes it Mario Kart. It's not real complaining. It's just kind of venting, I guess, in the moment. Not really venting. Venting means you're actually mad. Again, I'm more just kind of poking fun at it. But I'm excited for the mission mode, though. That'll be fun. But I may actually take a minute to practice a little bit and actually maybe perform a little bit better on the wall riding and stuff, because that's very technically intensive. You just don't have to do it. And I'm sure this will unlock mirror mode. Maybe. Actually, is there not a mirror mode? There may not be a mirror mode. I mean, all it is mirroring the map, right? But it seems kind of weird. It may be reverse. I think there is a reverse thing. I want to say I saw a reverse thing. And that may have been just for an intermission, but there may actually be, instead of mirror mode, you have reverse cups. Or something like that. Which would be more interesting than just mirrored. I liked Baby Mario on Yoshi. That was cute. Don't ask me what or how that works, having the child version of yourself right next to you. That's a little weird. All right, so a new vehicle. And I'm not going to plaster my cart with random stickers. I just don't think that's very cool looking. Oh, they're more like achievements, though. You can put on your... Oh, no, it's okay. Never mind. I actually kind of like that. It's an icon, but it's kind of like Splatoon's titles, where you do something and you unlock it. I've already done 300 tricks. I guess you can just spam them. 400. Wow. 6. This seems wrong. Something's off here. 700 tricks? That seems very wrong. Hold on. How many have I actually gotten? So, yeah, 700 tricks. That seems wrong, honestly. I will also say I like the menu sound design. It's really nice. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, let me see if anything's new. Yes, thank you for telling me you unlocked Mario Kart. It is nice that it does download, though, even though the game can use online play. It can, at the very least, start it up without being like, no, you have to stop it, everything. So, is that it, then? Is there no other thing? And maybe you have to unlock it. Well, okay. No, there's Knockout Tour. That's a completely separate side mode. So that'll probably, like, double the playtime. Well, that's cool. Is it 8 cups? Yeah, it's 8 cups. Okay. So these are probably shorter than a Grand Prix, but they're all at once. That seems okay. I think I'm gonna have fun with that. That may be fun. I will go ahead and call it here because it's almost been 2 hours. And I'll try to look and see if there's any strategy to this game right now. There probably is, but I'll just have to look it up because I'm that dense. Either way, thank you for watching this part. I'm going to keep playing, obviously, so I hope you continue to enjoy and watch. I'll see you for the next part.